Welcome to Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin, as we get set for men's lacrosse this afternoon. It'll be the Carthage Firebirds playing host to the Alma Scots. Good afternoon, everyone. John Weiser with you, voice of Firebird Athletics. Glad you could join us on a very chilly and windy Saturday afternoon here on the shores of Lake Michigan. The Carthage Firebirds enter the play here today 4-0, 2-0 here at home, and Alma at 2-3. They are 1-1 on the road. The Carthage Firebirds picked up a home victory Wednesday night as they knocked off Milwaukee School of Engineering 12-5 here at Art Keller Field. The Firebirds never trailed in that match. They got on the board very early in the first period. 5 minutes into the action, Andrew Johnson scoring. Alex Skern then scored a man-up goal moments later, and it was quickly 2-0 Firebirds in that match. They went on to take a 4-2 lead after one and scored 5 unanswered goals in the second period to take a 9-2 lead at the half. MSOE was able to score early in the third quarter. Carthage was able to answer, and then each team had 2 tallies in the fourth as the Firebirds went on to a 12-5 victory. Andrew Johnson, a season-best 7 points in that outing. He scored 3 goals while assisting on 4 more. That is his second consecutive 4-plus assist game for Andrew Johnson this season and the third in his collegiate career. He moves into the top 10 now, or top 5, I should say, in CCIW for points per game. He is averaging 4.5 points per contest. George Birchfield, second on the team in points Wednesday night, assisted on 3 goals for the Firebirds while also tallying a goal. And with 3 caused turnovers Wednesday night, Jamison Stahl now leads the team this season through 4 games with 7. Kyle Guthrie in net in that got his first start in goal, allowing 5 goals, saving 5 shots to pick up the win. Today we'll see freshman Hayden Jones in net, making his first collegiate start. He saw 8 minutes of play against Lake Forest a couple of weeks back, facing 1 shot, making 1 save. So it'll be an interesting matchup here today as the Alma Scots come in. Alma is coming off a home loss to Muskingum University, 8-5 at Belkey Field on March the 5th. As Alma took a 3-2 lead after 1 period, saw the teams tied at 3 at the half, only to see Muskingum come up with 3 unanswered goals in the 4th period en route to an 8-5 victory over Alma. In that contest for Alma, Ezra Lepidin with 2 goals on 7 shots, and it was Anar Tumorbader with a goal and 1 assist in that contest. Also picking up a goal, Paul Hushley getting a goal in that contest as well. So the Scots looking to rebound from their loss. Carthage looking to extend a home winning streak that dates back to 2019. They now have won 10 straight home matches here at Art Keller Field. So it should be an interesting matchup, to say the least, here today between these 2 schools before the Firebirds head out to Georgia and Alabama for their spring break trip, taking on Berry and Birmingham Southern next week before returning home. 1 week from Wednesday, they will host Concordia University of Mequon here on Wednesday, March 23rd at 7 o'clock here at Keller Field. We can tell you that it is a brisk and chilly day here today. The air temperature right around 20 degrees, but with a northwest wind gusting at times to near 20 miles per hour. That's going to put the wind chill in single digits out there today. So it will be, while it's bright and sunny, it will be a cold afternoon here at Keller Field. Hope you stay tuned. Hope you enjoy our matchup here today between the Carthage Firebirds and the Alma Scots. As I mentioned, Carthage getting set to go on their spring break trip. Just 2 matches on that spring break trip coming up on Tuesday, March 15th at Berry and Friday, March 18th at Birmingham Southern to wrap up a brief 2-road game stint on the road. In the CCIW, Transylvania off to a 5-0 start, Carthage at 4-0, Illinois Wesleyan at 3-1, Elmhurst at 3-2, Augustana and North Central each at 1-2, and Carroll is at 0-2 so far in non-conference play. We're getting set for the lineups and our anthem here from Art Keller Field in Kenosha.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Art Keller Field. Today's game between the Alma Scots and your Carthage College Firebirds. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, the visiting Scots. At long stick midfielder, number 4, Evan Zaratny. At attack, number 6, Kevin Kahn. Midfielder, number 8, Byron Weber. Midfielder, number 9, Anar Tumerbatar. Midfielder, number 10, Kendrick Rhines. Defender, number 16, Josh Holmes. Goalie, number 24, Thomas Burns. Midfielder, number 28, Paul Hoyshely. Defender, number 32, Kevin Falk. And attack, number 37, Hayden Johnson. The head coach of the Scots is Adam Nix, assisted by Jared Nix. And now, introducing your Carthage Firebirds. Starting at attack, number 1, Andrew Johnson. Attack, number 6, George Birchfield. Defender, number 17, Jack Nay. Defender, number 21, Grant Ballsbaugh. Attack number 30, Ben Kroc. Attack number 31, William Clemens. Attack number 40, Alec Gern. Goalie number 44, Hayden Jones. Attack number 45, Andrew Fry. And defender number 47, Jameson Stahl. The head coach for your Firebirds is David Neff, assisted by Matt Torrance. Fans, at this time, we ask you to please rise or remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Cold afternoon here at Carthage College, but we will have lacrosse today as it's 17 degrees here at Carthage College, a wind out of the northwest at 14 miles per hour. That gives us a wind chill in the single digits this afternoon. Oh, it's bright and sunny. That wind is still cold, but there is hope here in southeast Wisconsin. Next week, temperatures expected to be in the 50s. We should hit near mid-60s by Wednesday of next week. This is the fourth ever meeting between Carthage and the Scots. Carthage winning the first 3 matches in this series. Alma picked to finish 5th in the 7-team, Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association Conference Coaches Poll. Hope the unanimous number 1 pick in that league this year. Carthage picked for the middle of the pack in the CCIW this year as well. And Coach Neff kind of reminded his players after the game Wednesday they need a full 60-minute effort. He wasn't quite happy with how that second half unfolded against MSOE. He thought this team was poised to explode on the goal scoring, but had a couple of possessions that timed out on the shot clock in the second half, and not a lot of movement through that zone defense. And so he reiterated the fact that CCIW is a good league this year, going to be deep, and he needs that 60-minute effort from his troops on a game-in, game-out basis. We mentioned we'll see the freshman Hayden Jones in goal again for the Firebirds, as Blake Raphael, who was the goalie of the week a couple of weeks ago in the CCIW, still battling an injury, so this will be his second straight game that he has missed. Joey Workman at the draw, 67% on face-offs this season for the Firebirds, who are in white with the red helmets, the Scots in the maroon and white helmets. And we're going to face off a violation to start things off against the Carthage Firebirds. So it'll be the Scots on the attack, moving left to right to begin our match this afternoon. Lepidin now will toss it off. Gulick now on the far side. Weber tries to throw it in front, and they get a quick goal on the first shot. Hayden Johnson camped out in front of the net, picks up his 11th goal and his 15th point of the season. Barely 30 seconds into our match, and the Firebirds trail by a score of 1-0. Not much Hayden Jones could do there.
Alma goal, number 37, Hayden Johnson.
So Johnson picking up the goal, his 11th of the season. Give the assist to Byron Weber, his 3rd helper of the year. And just like that, the Scots on top of the Firebirds, 1-0. Workman again at the faceoff here. He'll dig it out. Carthage on their first attack of the afternoon. Now they'll get Birchfield on. He will handle it now toward the near side. Also jumping in now for the Firebirds, Andrew Fry. Big bald eagle flying over the Art Keller Field here this afternoon. Birchfield with it on the far side. Now makes the move into the attack zone. Gets it in front of the net and unable to get a shot. Now finally gets one away and it goes wide. That was by William Clemens. Carthage will pick it up. Did not hit the net, so the shot clock continues to roll down. Under 30 seconds here for the Firebirds. Johnson trying to get it in front, and it's intercepted and taken away by the Scots. Good play out there for the Alma Scots, making that interception on that turnover. That was Kevin Folk, the defenseman. They'll quickly go on the attack. Johnson with it. Flips it back out. Substitutions coming on. And now an over and back violation as that pass scooted over midfield, so Carthage will get the possession back. Kind of a lazy pass that time by the Scots, cost them a possession. Birchfield will work it off now to Fry. Croc with it down the right side, behind the net to Andrew Johnson. He'll flip it back out, near side Fry. Now middle of the field, they'll work it all the way around once again to Birchfield. On the sprint through the middle, dumps it back to Fry. Fry down the left side, trading places. They get inside. Clemens will get off a shot. Alec Gurn with the shot and the goal. Alec Gurn evens it up at 1 apiece. His 8th goal of the season. Gurn with 3 goals Wednesday night in the victory over MSOE. Knots this one at 1 apiece. So the Gurn tally coming 2 minutes after the Scots jumped the board first, and we're now even at 1. And Carthage possession here as it was Workman winning the draw on Byron Weber. Weber called for a face-off violation, so the Firebirds see if they can get some momentum here, getting that goal by Gurn. Try and get some of that momentum back here from the early going. Fry down the right side with it. Try to dump it off in front, was looking for Clemens, and it's intercepted. Coming down the field with it here for the Scots. That is Zaratny, the long stick middle fielder. He will come out now as the Scots will set it up offensively. Byron Weber here on the near side. We'll flip it off to Lepinen, middle of the field. Now the far side. Grotz coming in, has a lane, and was quickly closed off that time. Now here's from the right side. Nice save. It's loose in front, and they still scramble for it, and Carthage able to come away with it. They will clear it out. Nice save that time by Jones. Now a loose ground ball will skip through. Carthage will pick it up. Had it momentarily. Now it's picked up here on the near side, and then Gurn dropped it again. Now the Firebirds will set it up. Johnson with it. Johnson attacking from the near side. Swings it behind the net into the hands of Clemens. He'll take it back out on that far side. It's loose. Stopped from going through the middle. Now it's back and over and back violation there. No. Be a foul on Alma. Carthage will keep possession. 60 on the shot clock here for the Firebirds. Here on the near side for Carthage, Johnny Lane. Now gets it out to Michael Stell. Works it back here. Coming out the near side, Gurn, who got the goal earlier. Fires one wide. Johnson will start it out from behind the net. Johnson had a couple of goals the other night. That same move coming out from behind the net on that right side. That's where he likes to go. As Stell now comes out, he'll get a shot away, and it will go wide. And it will be Scott possession here. 5 minutes in, we're tied at 1. Good pressure put on here by Clemens. Now the Scots will get into the attack zone here. Weber with it. Try to get it back through the middle. The pass was behind Weber. And it's picked up by Carthage. Coming down the near side with it for the Firebirds is Ney. Carthage will make a few substitutions here. They'll get Andrew Fry out there in the midfield. Bringing it in is Johnny Lane. Passed it off to Badovnik. Now they'll work it back here to the near side and Fry. Fry taking it back through the middle. We'll get it behind the net. Now Johnson with it here on the near side. From behind the net, Johnson coming out right side will get off a quick shot, and a nice save by the goalkeeper that time. Thomas Burns with a nice save. And the clear out now by the Scots. Stick knocked out of the hands that time. Carthage possession. Now the Firebirds will set it up. Alec Gurn. Turnover by Weber that time, caused by Sam Wallace. As the Firebirds now set it up. Birchfield here on the near side. Works it toward the middle. Now they'll get to the right side here. Lane with it. Lane coming down the right side. Behind the net to Johnson. Johnson back out here on the near wing. Now in the middle of the field. Now they'll get a shot away. A hard shot. Deflected off of the side of the net. It's loose. Carthage trying to pick it up. Birchfield comes away with it. Fry's shot actually hit the far post on its way in. Now Birchfield with it here on the near side. Gets around his defender. Gets in the prime position and scores. Birchfield with a nice fake to his left and spun to his right. Able to get the shot away, and Birchfield gives Carthage their first lead of the afternoon, 2-1. For Birchfield, that's goal number 7 on the year. He now has 16 points, 2 behind team leader Andrew Johnson. And a timeout taken here by Alma with 7:37 to play here in this first period. If you're just joining us, Alma getting on the board early in the first 30 seconds of our match. Hayden Johnson parked out in front just to the left of the goaltender, Hayden Jones. Opened up the scoring 30 seconds into our match, 1-0, but Carthage has answered now with 2 straight goals by Gurn and now by Birchfield. They've taken their first lead of the afternoon by a score of 2-1. Both goals unassisted for the Firebirds, as was the goal by Johnson for Alma. Once again, Workman in the face-off. He'll take on Byron Weber on the draw here. Workman 2 for 3, lost the opening draw, which led to the first goal. Since then, he's won 2 straight here. Up against Byron Weber for Alma. And it's Weber who comes away with it for the Scots. Loose on the ground, finally picked up by the Firebirds. Wallace with it. Got a shot away and it was deflected out. Now Alma will come away with it. Zaratny here on the near wing will hand it off to Weber. They'll wait for some changes here. Gullick joining play, and now Carthage coming away with it. As they turn it over, that's their second turnover. Behind the net now, Johnson. Back up top, Birchfield able to get penetration, shoots and scores high on the left side. Birchfield, his second straight goal, as he came down the right side, went up high over the left shoulder of the goaltender, Thomas Burns. And Carthage, 3 unanswered now, and they lead it by a score of 3-1. Second goal of the game for Birchfield. Again, unassisted. That coming with 6:44 remaining here in this first period. That after the Alma turnover on their clear attempt. On the ground, Weber. He'll come away with it now. Once again, the Scots trying to set something up offensively. They've been careless with the possessions here the last couple of times. Lepinen here on the near side. Carthage will drop back in a 2-1 zone here. Grotz getting the edge here, gets off a shot behind the net. Johnson now to the left side, and it just goes wide of the far post that time, just past the right shin of Hayden Jones. Jones making his first collegiate start in goal for the Firebirds this afternoon. Shot gets away, picked up behind the net by Johnson. Now they'll reverse it out far side. Contact there, and now a flag comes in. There'll be a penalty here on the Firebirds. Possibly a high sticking call, we'll see. Again, Carthage will cover it up in the net, and now the penalty will be called. Alma will go on the man up here. As heading off to serve the penalty will be Kyle Guthrie. So the Scots go a man up. Ballsbow, 21, not 27. Ballsbow in for the penalty. That first shot goes wide. Ballsbow, unnecessary roughness. 1 minute extra man here for the Scots, and they'll set it up from behind the net. Hayden Johnson. Shot goes wide. Ezra Lappinen with that last shot that zipped wide here. And that shot goes high, taken by Lappinen once again. Setting up to the right of goaltender Hayden Jones. Now they'll get it in. And a 1 minute penalty here for unnecessary roughness to Ballsbow. Shot and a save. Nice one by Hayden Jones. Gullick found himself open that time to the right. You know, Carthage will kill a little bit of time here. So they get it upfield, quickly into the hands of Kroc. Now they'll work it behind the net. Penalty expired, so the Scots 0 for 1 with the extra man so far today. Carthage will set it up. Birchfield with a pair of goals already here in the period. Taking it to the far sideline. Now to Andrew Fry. Fry cutting in, gets it to Birchfield in the middle. A low shot, scooped up nicely by the goaltender Thomas Burns. But Carthage able to intercept on the clearing attempt. Birchfield with it here to the near side to Kroc. Kroc gets it over near wing. Shot by Clemens goes wide. 6 turnovers now for the Scots, and now we've got a whistle. They want to reset to 60. There we go. The shot clock reset to 60 with 3.5 minutes to go in this first period, and the Firebirds with 3 unanswered, up by 2. Johnson works it in the middle of Birchfield, and that one just wide. Oh, he had a good look just got it wide off that left post, or the right post that time, to the left of the goaltender, Thomas Burns. Johnson now will start play from behind the net. He'll get a shot away and scores. Boy, he made a habit of that Wednesday night. He had 3 of them just like that against MSOE. And Johnson from behind the net tallies his first goal of the afternoon. Johnson now 9 goals on the season, his 19th point to lead the team in scoring. So 4 unanswered here in the first period. Again, this period started with the goal by Hayden Johnson 30 seconds in. Since then, the Firebirds have answered the bell. That was kind of their wake-up call. Once again, Workman and Weber battling. And it'll be Workman who'll win the draw here for the Firebirds. Late here in this first period. Now a turnover, as the Scots now will have some offense opportunity here. Tumur Batar getting credited with that takeaway. Tumur Batar with it now. To the middle. Work it off to his left. Bad pass that time looking for Weber. Turns it over behind and picking it up for the Firebirds. That was Jamison Stahl. Now they'll clear. To midfield, they'll get it across. 2 minutes to play here in this first period, and knocked to the turf was Nye, and no call, and a low shot taken and missed by Byron Weber. Tried to short hop it into the net that time, but perhaps Jones got a piece of it for the Firebirds. Tumur Batar with it. Now to the middle of the field. They'll wait for another attacker to come on. Lucas Gratz spinning, moving with it. Now behind the net to Johnson. Back here to the near wing, it comes out to Gulick. They'll work it around the perimeter once again. Tumur Batar with it. Being checked hard on the play by Diego Smolanik. Tumur Batar coming out from behind the net. Tried to flip it to Johnson. It was a high pass. Couldn't handle. He's in a battle with Ney. Still loose on the ground. Bounces out in front of the net. Now finally picked up by Jones, the goaltender. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Carthage with 4 unanswered, leading it 4-1. A foul on Carthage. Jones picked up that ground ball trying to clear. They turn it over. Could be the final possession here of this period. Lepinen gets in and scores. Well, he came in unchecked inside what would be the 20-yard line. Got it just above the halo and got it past Jones to tally a late one here, making it a 4-2 lead for the Firebirds with 25 seconds to play. Ezra Lepinen, that is his 13th goal. He leads the team in goals and second on the team in points now with 15 on the season. This time Carthage winning the draw. Hayden Fisher wins the draw late. Let's see if Firebirds can rally here at the end of this first period.
Timeout. Carthage.
Carthage will take a timeout, try and set up a play. Mentioned on Wednesday night, part of the reason why the Firebirds jumped out to that quick lead against MSOE, they were winning draws. Both Workman and Fisher have been efficient on the draws this year. Workman at a 67% clip coming into the match today. Hayden Fisher at 54% on the year. Anytime you're winning better than 50% of your draws, it gives you that possession, allows you that offensive zone time. Again, Hayden Jones, the freshman out of Rochester, Minnesota, making his first start in net for the Firebirds and his second appearance of the year. Second straight game they've been without Blake Raphael, the sophomore out of Colorado Springs. Firebirds have 13 seconds to work with here to end this first period. Johnson will start it here to Fry. Birchfield with it. Birchfield gets it in the middle. Quickly checked. It scoots through. Johnson trying to fight for it. Final seconds here, and time will expire to end our first period. Carthage with 4 unanswered throughout this period, but a goal at the first 30 seconds and a goal in the final minute has given Alma a 2-goal deficit here. It's 4-2 Carthage after 1 here in Kenosha. First of 2 here this afternoon. The women will get their match underway around 3 o'clock this afternoon. The women will host another Michigan opponent, Trine, the opponent for the Firebirds, at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So a lacrosse doubleheader, if you will. Next Wednesday night, we will have men's volleyball for you here on the video stream. It'll be the Carthage Firebirds, third-ranked and undefeated in conference play, taking on Augustana. 7 o'clock match next Wednesday night. We'll have it for you here on the video stream just before 7 o'clock. Match time at the Tarbell Arena. Teams will switch sides here to begin period number 2. Again, it'll be Workman and Weber on the draw. Carthage 5 for 7 on draws this afternoon. Turnovers 7-5. Alma with 7 of those turnovers. Carthage getting off, each team actually with 12 shots in that first period. Carthage with 7 on goal. Alma with 6. Each goaltender with 4 saves on the afternoon as the Firebirds come away with another draw here. Workman will wait for some offense to take the field here as Fry takes the field. Trying to work it behind the net, looking for Johnson. Now comes back near side. William Clemens with it. Over to Kroc, middle of the field. Kroc wants Birchfield to come on. Waiting for Birchfield to substitute in. Coming in for Workman. Gets a shot away, and that one scoots wide. Firebirds will pick it up behind the net. Johnson, they want play number 2 here. Johnson to Croc, it's loose, and oh, nice save at the last second with the stick that time by Burns. Just got it, laid that stick across the goal line, kept that from rolling in. Zarotny down the near side. As the Scots now will go to work offensively here. Tumar Batar works it off to Leppinen. Leppinen with a goal this afternoon. Ian Johnson, the lone goal scorers for Alma so far. Birchfield with a pair out of the 4 tallies for the Firebirds. Tumar Batar works it behind the net to Johnson. Now they'll get it back up top. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Working with it is Leppinen. To Johnson, comes back near side, Tumar Batar. Pass goes wide, and it will be stopped from going out, but the shot clock down to 10 now for the Scots. Get one off, and it'll be Carthage possession here. Jamison Stahl out there now, gets it off to Smolanic down the near side. Wallace with it. Penalty marker thrown. Looks like a call going to go against Alma here. Carthage going to get their first man-up opportunity of the afternoon. Nice check there by Huschel, and now we've got slashing call here, I believe, coming up against the Scots. So Carthage on the extra man for the first time this afternoon. The Scots 0 for 1 in their opportunity in that first period. Ryan O'Loughlin going off. Let's see, is it 11 or is it 6? Who's going to serve the penalty area here? It looks like it's going to be Kahn with the penalty. Offside by Alma. It'll be served.
Penalty on Alma, offside. 30-second penalty.
So a 30-second extra man opportunity for the Firebirds here. Carthage with 4 extra man goals so far in their first 4 matches. Looking to tally one here, keep that string going. Now picked up on the play, but then dropped. Good check there for the Firebirds. This will scoop out to midfield. Picked up by Stell. Stell with it now. Near side Birchfield to Croc. Behind the net now, Johnson. Penalty over. Carthage 0 for 1 now in the extra man, as are the Scots. Croc with it once again through the middle. Croc flips it inside to Birchfield, and he'll get it in for the score. He was laid out after he got that shot away. Birchfield, his 3rd tally already today. George Birchfield now with 9 goals on the season, 3 of them coming here this afternoon. They'll give Ben Croc the lone assist. For Croc, that's his 3rd assist of the year. .336 gone here in this second period, and Carthage tallies their 5th goal. Birchfield with 3 of the 5 so far. And a face-off violation here against the Firebirds, so the draw will go to the Scots, and they will set it up offensively, working right to left here in this second period. Lepinen with it. Working the far side, being checked by Smolanic. And turns it over. Over the stick, however, it will go out on the clearing attempt. That one on Jones, trying to clear it out. Turns it back over now to the Scots. Tumar Batar from behind the net. To Johnson. Now to the near wing it'll go. Gullick will flip it off to the far side. Once again, Johnson from behind the net. And a nice save by Hayden Jones. Again, Carthage having trouble clearing here. And turns it over. Again, good pressure by Hayden Johnson on goaltender Hayden Jones, forcing that possession back. Tumar Batar takes it back up top. Now they'll back it off. Kahn thought he had a good look, but elected to pass it off. Gullick down the right side. Behind the net now to Johnson. Had trouble with it. Johnson able to pick up the loose ball. Once again, Tumar Batar here on the left side. Throws it through the crease. Scots will keep possession, put it in play here. 9.5 minutes to go in the half. Carthage up by 3. Gullick falling down, lost possession on the check by Haffel-Zastro. Carthage will come up with it. Coming quickly through is Smolanic. Smolanic gets it behind the net now to Johnson. Carthage will set it up offensively. Johnson with a tally here. Coming out the right side, gets one away, and it skips through. And the ground ball picked up by the Scots. Coming down the near sideline with it is Folk, Kevin Folk. Tumar Batar waits for a few substitutions as Weber will come on now. Weber with it here on the near side. They work it to Lepinen. Playing catch with Weber. Now Lepinen into attack mode here. Weber down the left side. Tumar Batar wound up but ended up passing that time. And a save by Johnson that time, or Jones I should say, on the shot by Lepinen. Jones credited with that save. Saves even at 6 apiece now. Block trying to go over the net. Battle behind the net now, picked up by Hayden Johnson. Tumar Batar. Got some room, got away a shot and scores. Going upper right that time, Tumar Batar. Anar, Tumar Batar scores his 7th goal of the season. And his team leading 18th point of the year. Trims the deficit to 2. 5-3 now in favor of the Firebirds. Simple play. Just came out and fired it high over the shoulder of Jones, the goalkeeper for Carthage. Comes at 7:19 here in the second period. First goal of the match for Tumor Batar. And now the draw picked up by Weber. Has trouble with it. It's loose. Ground ball picked up by Carthage. Andrew Fry down the near side for the Firebirds. We'll get it to Johnson. Oh, Johnson off his stick. Turned it over. With it now for the Scots, Ryan O'Loughlin. He will come off. Also coming on will be Eden Bosca, freshman out of Harrison Township. Coming down the near side with it, able to get off a shot and a goal. Lucas Gratz able to get in for the score, and two quick goals here by Alma. Makes it a 5-4 match.
Alma goal. Number 15, Lucas Gratz.
Gratz picking up the goal. About a minute after Tumor Batar scored, Gratz has tallied, and now it's a 5-4 match midway through this second period. Dylan Smith and Workman on the draw, and Workman wins the draw. Carthage a bit flat here in the early part of this second period. With it on that far side for the Firebirds, Kroc gets a shot and scores. Kroc with the answer. Coming down the left side, Ben Kroc with the goal. Now with one goal and one assist this afternoon for the Firebirds. Kroc picking up a couple of points. Now has 10 points on the year. His 7th goal of the season. And Carthage will take the timeout here. Remains a 2-goal game now. Carthage able to get it back. "29 seconds after the Gratz goal, Carthage responds, winning the draw. And Kroc coming down the left side tallies his first goal of the match and his 7th of the season. Birchfield with 3 today. Johnson with a tally, and now Kroc with a tally. Gurn also with a goal today for the Firebirds. Meanwhile, tallies by Lepinen, Tumor Batar, Gratz, and Johnson, the scoring for Alma so far today. And this is the final home match for the Firebirds for a week. They will play their next 2 matches down south. They will take their spring break trip as students are on spring break here at Carthage. Last day of classes yesterday, and you'll have the following week off. The baseball team has traveled to Tucson. Women's softball down in Clearwater, Florida. Men's lacrosse will head to Berry College in Georgia next week, as well as Birmingham Southern College for their 2 matches in the warmer climes. Meanwhile, the women lacrosse, they will head to North Carolina for a pair of matches against Guilford on Wednesday and Pfeiffer University next week, Saturday. Workman against Weber here in this draw. Workman 6 for 10 so far on draws today. Carthage 7 for 11 as a team. Carthage with 18 shots, 12 on goal. Alma with 19 shots, 10 on goal for the Scots. So a face-off violation gives the possession here to Alma. Tumor Batar with it here on the near side. Gets it to Lepinen. Lepinen, the goal in this period, takes it down the right side. Lepinen gets it behind the net to Johnson. Johnson opened up our scoring 30 seconds into the match today for Alma. Gullick cut off there by Hafels Astro. Now Tumor Batar coming in behind the net past Johnson, and it will scoot out of play, and Carthage will get possession. Battling the cold out there today, though it's bright sunshine. Temperature right around 20 degrees with wind chills in the single digits this afternoon here at Carthage. Birchfield with 3 tallies today. Gets it back. Birchfield down the middle. Birchfield try to get it in front. Penalty flag down. Collision in front. Possession to the Scots, and now we've got the play stopped. Far side official calling a penalty here. So Evan Zaratny, unnecessary roughness, a 1-minute extra man opportunity for the Firebirds. They are 0 for 1 today in that extra man situation. That was a 30-second offside infraction. So this will be a full minute now of extra man competition for the Firebirds. Zaratny for unnecessary roughness will sit for 1 minute. Johnson now. They'll work it back up top. Birchfield. Back to the near side, Gurn. Gurn with a goal today. Behind the net, Johnson trying to find an opening. Gets it here to Snell, and they score coming around the far side. Birchfield with his 4th tally of the afternoon. Carthage able to score on the extra man. Michael Stell with the assist. Birchfield now with 4 tallies today. Firebirds 1 for 2 with the extra man. They take advantage of the unnecessary roughness call, and they pump their lead back out to 3, 7-4. Mike Stell did a nice job getting the defense to collapse toward him. Birchfield left open. 4 goals afternoon for Birchfield. And it'll be possession, Alma. Face-off violation again. Now the Scots with under 4 minutes to go here in this first half. Tumor Batar. Bausbaugh on the check that time as Tumor Batar takes it behind the net. Lost it momentarily, picked it back up. A lot of spinning and weaving. Now they get it off to the left side, and covering that side was Jones, able to make the save. With 30 seconds on the shot clock here now for the Scots. Weber will bring it back up top to Lappinen. Lappinen down the right side, falling down, lost possession. Carthage comes away with it on the turnover. Got penetration that time, but then the Carthage defense able to collapse around. Wallace with it. Will circle back. Gets it to Johnson. Now Carthage will get their offensive unit to work here. Kroc will come on. Kroc with a goal today. Michael Stell. Stell with a helper on that last goal, coming down the left side. Stell behind the net to Johnson. Johnson coming out from behind the net, looking to shoot, does, and scores! Johnson coming out from behind the net, off the left side, the far side, able to turn and shoot and put it over the right shoulder. And Carthage with 2 quick goals here. The final 4 minutes of this second period have doubled up on the Scots, 8-4. Second goal of the afternoon for Johnson, 10 goals on the season for Andrew Johnson. Johnson, a sophomore. We're going to see a lot more of this in the next couple of years. And keep an eye on Johnson. He may rewrite some of the lacrosse records here for Coach David Neff. Ground ball will be picked up here off the faceoff. And the Scots now, with under 2 minutes to play, throw it away. That's another third or fourth unforced turnover of the afternoon. Now Carthage turns it over. Well, they almost turned it over. Nice recovery there by Kruger. Now Johnson with it from behind. It's it back out to Stell. Stell reversing to Birchfield. 4-goal afternoon for Birchfield. Down the middle, Birchfield. Birchfield looking for an opening. Now gets it behind the net to Johnson. Johnson coming out from the left side. Gets it to Gurn. Gurn with a goal. Backs it off. Kroc mishandled it. Scoots it over to Birchfield. Carthage with 24 to shoot here. Under a minute to play here in the half. Kroc now. Johnson gets in and scores. A beautiful pass by Kroc. Found Johnson on the left doorstep, and he's able to put it in for his third goal of the match. 9-4 Firebirds.
Firebirds goal. Number 1, Andrew Johnson.
Ben Kroc with a beautiful assist that time. Threw it on the doorstep just to the right of the goaltender. Burns, and able to put it in. His third tally of the afternoon. Birchfield with 4, Johnson with 3. The lead is 5 for the Firebirds late here in the first half. Draw one by Carthage. Each team with 7 draws this afternoon. Gets it in front now behind the net. Johnson with it. Get it back out. Carthage with an opportunity to put a big stamp on this one here going into the locker room at halftime if they can get a good look. 6 seconds to go. Cut through the middle, gets off the shot, and a save by Burns. Loose in front. They scramble for it now. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Penalty marker flies. 3, make it 4. Penalties coming up here as Carthage trying to end this first half with a little rough stuff here. And we'll sort out the penalties here. It looks like be a couple here to start that third period. Wandry all over inside the 20-yard line here. The officials will huddle up toward the middle of the field and try and sort this out as Carthage will head to the locker room. Alma's going to stay out of the locker room and work out of the south end zone here during halftime. So 4 goals by Birchfield, 3 by Andrew Johnson. Single tallies for Kroc and Gurn this afternoon, the scoring for Carthage. Meanwhile, the scoring in that first half for Alma. Lepinen with a goal. Tumar Batar with a goal. Gratz tallied 1, and it was Hayden Johnson who opened up the scoring this afternoon, the first 30 seconds of the match. But Carthage came out after that, scored 4 unanswered, took a 4-1 lead. Actually up 5-2, saw that lead dwindle down to 5-3 and 6-4 before getting 3 tallies here late. A pair by Johnson and 1 by Birchfield. And the Firebirds will take a 9-4 lead into the locker room. Shots in that first half, Carthage with 22 and the Scots with 20. Shots on goal, Carthage 16, Alma 10. In the extra man, Alma 0 for 1 and Carthage 1 for 2. And in the face-offs, Carthage winning 8 of the 15 draws so far this afternoon. Turnovers, 12 by Alma, 8 for Carthage. Caused turnovers, 4 by Carthage and 2 by the Scots. 9-4 here at the half. Back with second half play, and we'll have the penalties sorted out for you when we resume play, beginning with the third period. John Weiser back with you at Art Keller Field, getting set for the second half. There was an altercation at the end of that second period that resulted in some penalties here to start this third period. And goaltender Thomas Burns was assessed an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for Alma. He will serve a 1-minute penalty. Also for Alma, Ryan O'Loughlin, a 1-minute cross-check penalty. And for the Carthage Firebirds, Alec Gurn picking up a pair of penalties, a 1-minute cross-check and a 1-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. All of that occurring as the second period ended with that little fracas in front of the Alma net. So the Alma goalkeeper Thomas Burns, a 1-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and Ryan O'Loughlin for the Scots, a 1-minute cross-check. For the Firebirds, Alec Gurn, a 1-minute cross-check and a 1-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Carthage outscoring Alma 9-4 in that first half. 4 goals by George Birchfield today. 3 goals by Andrew Johnson. Johnson now the leader on the team in scoring coming in. Johnson with 11 goals on the season now and 21 points on the year for Andrew Johnson. Meanwhile, for Birchfield, his 3 goals today gives him 9 goals and 9 assists and 18 points on the year. Single tallies this afternoon by Kroc and Gurn as well. For Kroc, his 7th goal of the season, and for Gurn, his 8th goal of the year and his 4th goal in the last 2 games now for the Firebirds. Meanwhile, for Alma, single tallies by Lepinen, also by Tumor Batar and Gratz and Hayden Johnson with a goal. Johnson's goal coming 30 seconds into the first period this afternoon. Gave Alma the early 1-0 lead, but Carthage scoring 4 unanswered. They have retained that lead since the early going in that first period. So a new goalkeeper in there now for the Scots, Parker Mecco, a junior in there now, in net. As we get set to begin our third period. We got women's lacrosse immediately after 3 o'clock this afternoon here at Keller Field. The women will take on Trine University, and that's a 3 o'clock draw to start things off this afternoon. And their final tune-up before they head out for the Carolinas next week for their 2 matches during spring break. The men will travel to Georgia and Alabama for their next 2 matches. Berry College on Tuesday, March 15th. That's a 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time start. And then Friday, March 18th at Birmingham Southern University, a 4 p.m. Central Daylight Time start. Then they return home on Wednesday, March 23rd, taking on the Falcons of Concordia University of Wisconsin right here at Keller Field at 7 o'clock. We will have that match for you on the video stream. Coaches being made aware now of the penalties that were assessed at the end of that second period. Mentioned goalie Thomas Burns, a 1-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Alma Scott also getting a penalty. Ryan O'Loughlin for a cross-check for 1 minute, and then Alec Gurn for the Firebirds, a 1-minute cross-check and a 1-minute unsportsmanlike conduct. Carthage will go from right to left here in this third period in the white uniforms, Alma in the maroon. David Neff taking his time here, looking to decide who's going to take the draw. player to jump in. Weber coming on now, probably out to take this draw for the Scots. Trying to get things settled here on explanations going on regarding the penalties. David Neff having a long discussion with one of the officials on that far sideline. So it'll be the Scots who will start this extra man. Scots 0 for 1 with the extra man this afternoon. Tumer Batard coming down the near sideline with it, getting our third period underway. All the way around to the left side now. Work it back up top to Leppinen. Leppinen with a goal today. He checked hard by Stahl. Now Weber will come on. Coming in, gets off a shot, and a nice save by Hayden Jones, the freshman goalkeeper for the Firebirds. They will clear. Coming down the near side with it, Smilonic. And now Carthage will set up the offense, and now the penalties have expired. Now on the turnover, back come the Scots. Down the far side with it for Alma. Back behind the net, now reversing to the near side, gets it to Kahn, to Tumer Batard. He'll work it off to Leppinen. Now we're back to full strength. Each side. Weber works it off to the right side, and another save by Jones. And the shot taken that time by Gullick. Ian Johnson with the early tally, 30 seconds into our match this afternoon for the Scots. Leppinen now down the near side. Nice aggressive check and a nice work out that time by Wallace. Able to force the turnover on the check. Wallace run into at midfield by Tumer Batard and coughed it up. And now the Scots come back with it. Early here in the third, 9-4 Firebirds looking for our first second half goal of the day. Gullick with it. Coming in. Check picked off by Smilonik. Now to Lepinin. Lepinin coughed it up. Now Weber has it. Weber in a shooting mode. Save Jones, and it's taken away. And possession. See where possession going to go here. It's going to be Scott's possession. Coming down with it is Lepinin. Gets behind the net. Gets the shot away, and another save by Jones on the shot by Tumar Batar. A couple of nice saves here in the early going of this third period for Carthage and the freshman goalkeeper Hayden Jones. Firebirds clearing Birchfield down the far side with it. Penalty flag dropped. Carthage will get the shot away. Deflects back out on top. Now the Firebirds will gain control. Kroc with it. Delayed penalty coming up here against Alma. Kroc down the left side. Throws it in front. Try to force a pass into Clemens. It's picked back up by Birchfield far side. Kroc coming in middle. Shot that was blocked out front. Now possession taken by Alma, and now the penalty will be called. Carthage going on the extra man here. Firebirds 1 for 3 this afternoon with the extra man. He's going to go on Zaratny, I believe, his second penalty of the day. Slashing. So 1 minute extra man here for the Firebirds, 1 for 3 this afternoon. Birchfield works it off near side. Johnson got the shot. Save made that time by Burns, who's back in there after serving that penalty. Another shot and a goal off the left side. Andrew Fry tallies 1 with the extra man. Carthage their second extra man goal of the afternoon. They now lead it 10-4. Five minutes into this third period, Carthage gets the first tally of the second half. Andrew Fry, a man up, assisted by George Birchfield.
Assist to number 6, George.
For Fry, that is his 8th goal of the season. Give the assist to Birchfield. Now a 5-point afternoon for Birchfield. He has 20 points on the season. Joey Workman and Weber on the draw here. Another face-off violation, and it will be a possession Alma. 10-4 Firebirds. For their 5th straight win. Down the left side with it. Try and get it behind the net to Johnson. It's broken up, and Carthage able to come away with it on the caused turnover. Jamison Stahl with the CT that time. Birchfield quickly down with it. Into the net and scores. Burns was way out of the net. Birchfield with the score from good 35 yards out. His 5th tally of the afternoon.
Firebirds goal. Number 6, George Birchfield.
Number 6, George Birchfield with goal number 5 on the afternoon. 6-point game for Birchfield. Carthage having trouble on the draw now, picking up the ground ball as Nay able to get it. Carthage now will clear. Bausbau gets it to Johnson. Pair of goals here by the Firebirds, taking some of the starch out of Alma here. Alma elected to stay out that entire halftime. Here's Birchfield, red hot. Give it off here to Stell. Now Fry with it behind the net. Johnson will pull back out. Fry will control play here. Comes out and just gets a piece of the goaltender. Now it rolls in front. Burns able to cover it up. I don't know where Burns was going. He was wandering out on that goal by Birchfield, and he saw it right away, and from 40 yards out, able to put it in. O'Loughlin will give it off. Weber, wait for some players to come on. Lepinen, one of them. He has it middle of the field. Now off to Gullick. Gets it back to Lepinen. Lepinen lost control of it, picked back up by Weber. Good check there by Carthage, and they forced the turnover. It's loose on the ground, picked up by the Firebirds, coming away with it, Wallace. Now they get the goal! Quick tally here for the Firebirds. This is Alec Gurn getting the goal, his second of the game. Believe there will be an assist. We'll find out.
Assist to number 9, Diego Smilenick.
Diego Smilenick with the helper on the play, and Carthage with 3 goals here in the third period. They've opened up a 12-4 advantage on Alma. Weber wins the draw. Falls down with it. Carthage on the hard check here. Again, staying with him was Kruger. Nearly forced the turnover. Good defensive effort there by the Firebirds. Now Lepinen with it. Gratz will come on along with Gullick. Gullick with it on that far side. Gullick gets to the middle, passes it off. Lepinen gets a nice screen. Gratz able to set the screen, and Lepinen able to let it go past Jones to tally the goal. Gratz stepped up, set the screen. That cut the Carthage defender off, and Lepinen with his second goal of the afternoon makes it a 12-5 Carthage lead with 6:23 to play here in this third period. This time taking the draw, Hayden Fisher for the Firebirds along with Weber. Alma 9 of 18. Carthage also with 9 draws here today. Make it 10. Fisher comes away with it. Fisher better than 54% on the season on draws. Circling behind the net, Smilenick. Far side now with it is Fry. Now Birchfield will come on. 5 goals this afternoon for Birchfield, looking for number 6 here. Cut off in the middle, passes it off to Fry here on the near side. They'll get it to Johnson. He'll reset from behind the net with 35 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Johnson brings it back out top to Birchfield. Now around the near side, it's Vodovnik. Vodovnik able to penetrate. Back behind the net to Johnson once again. Birchfield from the far side. Birchfield steps in and scores! 6 goals today for Birchfield. Stepped in from that far side to the left of Burns. Fired it past Burns. He's got 6. Carthage with 13. The lead back to 8.
Firebirds goal! Number 6, George Birchfield.
Birchfield with his 6th on the day. For the season now, Birchfield with 12 goals. Joins a long list of players in the Carthage history book with 6 goals. 8th all-time by a Carthage player. Now the 13th player in Carthage history to score 6 goals in a match. Johnson from behind the net once again. Works it off to Stell. Having trouble with it over on that far side lane. Behind the net, Johnson. Picked back up here by Kroc. Under 20 seconds on the clock here for Carthage. Behind the net, Johnson. Oh, and it goes off the stick of Lane. Lane was shooting before he got that pass. He was open. He wanted that shot badly and kind of moved the stick before the pass got there. Carthage will keep possession here as they fight for that ground ball. Stell with it. Now Gurn. Shot goes high over the net. Kroc with that shot. .3:15 to go here in the third. Firebirds up 13-5. 4 tallies here in this third period. Now it's loose. Johnson trying to work it back out in front, and Burns able to smother it and come away with it for the Scots. Good defensive effort here today by the Firebirds. They've done some good things. Forced some turnovers today. 6 caused turnovers. Out of the 16 committed by Alma, only 12 turnovers committed by Carthage. 4 of them caused. Gullick with it. It's it back out to Tumer Batar. Tumer Batar behind the net to Johnson. Flips it back out here, Lepinen. Lepinen with a pair, looking for number 3. It bounces through the middle. On the ground ball pickup, it'll be Carthage and Balsbow. Checked by Tumer Batar. Gets the pass away. Coming up with it, Hayden Jones. The goalkeeping, he'll clear it out momentarily as coming up midfield with it now. Still loose out there and finally settles into the Lucas Gratz. He'll wait for change in players as Weber and Lepinen join the rush here. Minute and a half to go here in the third. Carthage in control. Like to turn away Alma here on this possession. Take some momentum into that fourth period. Gulick spinning around, gets it back out. Tumer Batar, middle of the field, will let one go. And deflected off of Jones. Johnson will have it behind the net. And nice job defensively. Weak shot by Jones that time. Jamison Stahl forcing that weak shot. Tyler Hedrick in there for the first time today. Hedrick coughed it up though on the turnover. Back comes Alma here. Final 33 seconds of this third period for the Scots. Tumer Batar penetrates. And a nice save that time by Jones. Final 10 seconds here of the third period. Carthage possession from behind the net here. 4.7 showing on the clock. Looking for Birchfield. It's broken up and time will expire. Our third period comes to an end. Carthage, though, with 4 tallies here in this third period. They've opened up a 13-5 advantage after 3. George Birchfield with 6 goals today. He joins that 6-goal club now. Noah Lindner, Corey Childs, Timothy Francis, Brody Ilstrup is now one of the athletic trainers here at Carthage. He scored 6 in a match. Jack Meacham, Colin Poitras, Peter Stelfinger, and Andy Schoen, all in that 6-goal club, along with George Birchfield. Noah Lindler, Danny Morris, Jack Meacham, and Keegan Bowman all have had 7 in one match. Bowman had tally 8. Schoen, the all-time leader in most goals in a match with 11. That was set a few years back against Olivet back in 2018. So after 3 periods, Carthage 33 shots, 22 on goal. Alma 27 shots, 16 on goal. Carthage with the extra man 2 for 4 today. Alma 0 for 1. Carthage a leader in ground balls, 36-26. And Carthage 11 of 20 on the draws today. Turnovers, Alma with 17, Carthage with 14. Carthage caused 6 of those turnovers, while Alma causing 4 turnovers. Firebirds looking to win their 5th straight to start the season. Did that back in 2019 as well. 2020 kind of a wash with that pandemic that took out the remainder of the season after the middle part of March. Fourth period set to begin here. Workman and Weber on the draw. And it'll go to the Alma Scots going right to left here in this fourth period, trailing 13-5. Gulick will come on now. They'll wait to get another offensive player, Lepinen, into the match here. Check that Tumer Batar. Tumer Batar coming down. Right side, gets off a shot. It goes wide. Scots will keep possession here. Gullick with it here on the near side. Being checked by Hayfel Zastro. Gullick and Zastro battling. Now Lepinen with it. Get it to the far side to Weber. It skips past Weber. Couldn't save it from going out. Carthage possession. Now Johnson will bring it up near side to Nay. Nay now will circle back. Johnson with it once again. This is where David Neff got after his team a little bit Wednesday night after the match. He thought they took their foot off the accelerator a little bit in the fourth period against MSOE. He wants his team to be playing full 60 minutes. It's that old adage, you can't feel sorry for your opponent. If you're getting good looks, make them stop you. Croc with it now. Gets in a good shot and skips past. Burns may have gotten a piece of it as it skipped past in front of the cage. Firebirds have it now. Another shot wide of the cage. 15 to get one on goal here for the Firebirds. Johnson coming out from behind the net. Gets it up top to Clemens. Now to Croc. Croc through the middle. Works it off to Birchfield. Got off a shot. It was blocked before it got on net. And taken away by the Scots. Birchfield with 6 goals. Almost had number 7 there, but now we had a penalty marker down. As play will continue here for Alma, it'll be a delayed penalty here on the Firebirds. Scots now will set it up. Tumer Batar here on the near side, waiting for his scoring mates to get on the field, Weber and Lepinen. Weber across to Lepinen. Now to Gullick. Gullick on the right side, behind the net to Johnson. Brings it back out to Tumer Batar. Had trouble with it momentarily. Got it back to Johnson. Johnson up top. Shot by Lepinen. And skips past the net. And now the penalty will be called. Looks like a slashing call here against the Firebirds. Slashing is the call. Looks like Andrew Fry coming off. Let's see who's going to serve the penalty here. We got a timeout taken by the Firebirds before we get to that extra man for the Scots. 11:40 to play in the game. 13-5, Carthage in front. Stay tuned. We've got women's lacrosse later this afternoon as the Carthage Firebirds will host Trine University. That match starting at 3 o'clock today. Looks like it's Johnson that will serve the penalty here. So the penalty on Carthage. Andrew Johnson, 1 minute slashing penalty. Extra man opportunity here for Alma. They are 0 for 2 today with the extra man. Gullick around to Johnson. From behind the net, they get it back out. Lepinen with the shot, and it goes past the goal, sailing wide. Now Weber works it behind the net, and he threw it away. Was trying to connect with Kahn that time from behind the net. Carthage now will take it. Wallace to the middle of the field. Smolanic tried to get it downfield, was looking to connect with Kroc, and it was behind him. Picked up by Tumer Batar. Now the scoreboard has gone out. Now it's back. Lost our scoreboard for a moment there. Lepinen to Tumer Batar. Weber with it far side. Johnson penalty over. The Scots 0 for 3 today with the extra man. Tumer Batar taken behind the net by Kroc. Flips it back out. The shot taken by Weber way wide of the goal. Johnson will get it back in play to Tumer Batar. 15 on the shot clock here for the Scots. From behind the net, Tumer Batar tried to flip it in front and was taken away by Jones. Good heads-up play by Hayden Jones, the goaltender, the freshman for Carthage. Making his first collegiate start this afternoon. Now Carthage gets it inside in the goal. Beautifully done. Sam Wallace, the defenseman, coming all the way down. The sophomore, all the way down, gets the goal. For Wallace, his third goal of the season. Ben Kroc will get the assist, his third helper of the game. Wallace now with 4 points. Kroc with a goal and 3 assists today. 12 points on the year now for Kroc. 14-5 Firebirds, just under 9.5 minutes remaining. Carthage will get the draw here. Hayden Fisher off of a face-off violation. Save by Burns on the shot that time by Vodovnik. Now they'll clear. Holmes takes it across. He'll dish it to Hughley. Hughley with it will come off as Gullick will handle it now. Lepinen also entering, as well as Weber now. Weber down the right side, far side Weber. Weber cuts toward the net. Behind the net now, Tumer Batar flipped it back out front, and the goal. Kahn getting the goal. It'll be Kevin Kahn scoring the goal. Kahn, his 9th goal of the season. Tumer Batar with the assist. 3-point game for Tumer Batar today. 14-6 Firebirds, 8.5 minutes remaining. Another face-off won by Fisher. Coughed it up on a turnover, and now the Scots with it. It's loose in front of the net. Johnson couldn't come up with a ground ball. Still loose and finally taken by the Scots and Rhines. Kendrick Rhines then coughed it up. Johnson with it. Johnson coming down. Johnson able to get away and scores. Takes the turnover and makes them pay. Andrew Johnson, his 4th goal of the game. Smolonic caused the turnover as Rhines coughed it up. Johnson picked up the loose ball and then took it right down the middle. Fired it past Burns for his fourth goal of the day. 15-6 Firebirds. About a minute after, it's a little over a minute after Alma tallied. Carthage comes right back. Weber winning the draw. Lepinen on now, along with Gullick. Gullick with it on the far side. Working on Hafel's Astro. Forced behind the net to Johnson. Try to get it back out up top, looking for Weber, and it's stolen away. Carthage on the turnover. Kroc coming down the middle of the field. Ben Kroc works it off, and a shot, and a goal. Ben Kroc getting the steal that time and able to take it down full throttle. And William Clemens will get the goal. Kroc his fourth assist of the afternoon. His first tally today for Clemens. Now with 9 goals on the season for Clemens. And Kroc with a 5-point afternoon, now up to 13 points on the season. Good fight for this draw. Finally poked out. The Firebirds get control. Carter coming down the near side. Jack Carter. Get it back to Johnson. Andrew Johnson, 4 goals today. George Birchfield tallied 6 this afternoon for Carthage. Now coming on late, Badovnik. Going behind the net to Johnson. Back out up top to Workman. Now Birchfield back to Workman. Goes across to Badovnik. Badovnik coming in. Denied on the shot that time. Good defensive pressure by Folk. Birchfield will bring it back up top. Workman now. Leaves it back for Gurn. Now Birchfield with it. Shot clock under 10. Birchfield to Gurn. Gets it in the middle. Turnaround shot and a goal. Gurn on the assist and the goal going to William Clemens. Back-to-back goals by Clemens here late. And the Firebirds add their 17th tally of the afternoon and open up an 11-point lead. So Clemens with 2 goals, Gurn with the 2 goals and an assist this afternoon. 5.5 minutes remaining here, and Firebirds in full control now. I think the message received loud and clear from Wednesday night. Carthage coming away with the draw once again. Can he get it in front again? Looking for Clemens, perched on the doorstep once again, but could not connect. Kozil with it through midfield, gets loose over there. Ground ball pickup. Hafel's Astro coming down the far side with it for the Firebirds. Hafel's Astro gets it to Andrew Johnson. Out of Workman, middle of the field. Johnny Lane joining the rush here. Coming on for offense here. It's Workman now. Back up top to Lane. Lane gets it looking in the middle. Kind of a weak pass that time, trying to find Clemens again. And maybe should have shot it instead of trying to help out a teammate there. Like to see a little more selfish as Johnson takes down the goaltender. That'll be a flag for unnecessary roughness. Delayed penalty here on the Firebirds. Johnson a little too much contact with the goaltender that time. Meanwhile, play continues here. Lepinen will work it off to Weber, back to Lepinen. Now to Gullik here on the near side. Gullik trying to find a shooting lane, could not. Tumor Batar coming down near side, skips past the goaltender. Hayden Jones in his first start for the Firebirds today. Hayden Johnson out from behind the net. Turns and now shoots. It's knocked down by the goaltender Jones, picked up by the Firebirds. And we have our penalty here, roughing call here on Andrew Johnson. So 1 minute extra man opportunity for the Scots. 0 for 3 today. This will be a 1 minute unnecessary roughness call against Andrew Johnson. Comes with 3:17 remaining. They might be pulling the goaltender here. Burns going to come out. He might have been jacked a little by the Johnson check. So Mako will come in here. The start of this extra man for the Scots. Johnson taken down on a foul, so they'll retain possession here. Gullik with it. Gets the return pass, now sets up Johnson below the goal. From behind the net. Flip it out in front. Gullik elected not to shoot. Now they give it the shot to Weber, who was checked hard as he got that one away. Smilanek may have gotten a piece of it to deflect it wide of the net. "20 seconds left on the penalty here to Johnson. Lepinen skipped that one wide. And now a timeout, I believe, called here by Carthage. 2:28 remaining. They have 9 seconds down a man. But the Firebirds in control of this match right now, 17-6 on the George Birchfield 7-point day today. 6 goals and 1 assist for Birchfield today. Andrew Johnson with 4 goals today. 2 each by William Clemens and Andrew Gurn. Firebirds looking to make it 5 in a row. Just like they did in 2019, opened up the season with 5 straight victories. The 6 goals by Birchfield, 8th all-time in a match for a Carthage player in goal scoring with 6 today. Again, Mako will be in goal here for the Scots following the timeout. Again, 9 seconds of extra man opportunity here for the Scots. on the Johnson unnecessary roughness call. Weber with it, lost it. It's still loose on the ground. They fight for it. Meanwhile, the time killed off here as Johnson's penalty comes to an end. 0 for 3 now in extra man opportunities today for the Scots. Tumor Batar trying to get it inside, was looking for Leppinen that time. It's loose behind the net, taken back by Carthage. Firebirds looking for their 11th straight home match victory dating back to 2019. Birchfield across midfield now for the Firebirds. Minute and a half remaining. Carthage is going to get to 5-0. Meanwhile, the Alma Scots, their second straight loss, they'll drop to 2-4. Birchfield comes away with that ground ball. Gets it to Johnson. Now finds Ventrone, Joey Ventrone, the freshman from Lake Zurich, out there now. Ventrone circles and scores! Joey Ventrone able to get the goal. Joey Ventrone, the freshman.
Goal! Number 29, Joe Ventrone.
His first collegiate goal for the Firebirds. Joey Ventrone on his first shot, able to find the net. 18-6 Firebirds. So Ventrone with his first collegiate goal as a Carthage lacrosse player. With it now for the is Mealy. Mealy hanging on to it now, waiting for some offense to head onto the field. Tumor Batar waiting for Leppinen. Final 35 seconds here. Firebirds get to 5-0. They'll head to Georgia and Alabama next week at Berry College of Georgia on Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Central Daylight Time start. And then next Friday night, they will be at Birmingham Southern, early evening match at 4 p.m. next Friday. Johnson turnaround shot saved by Jones. Final 10 seconds. Johnson got it in right over the head of Jones. Hayden Johnson. He scored the first 30 seconds of the match, and he'll score in the final 5 seconds remaining here today. 18-7.
Alma goal. Number 37, Hayden Johnson.
One more draw here. Carthage has been excellent at the draws today, 15 of 27. And that is your final, 18-7 Firebirds, as they pick up their 5th consecutive win, their 11th straight here at home, dating back to 2019. And they are now perfect 4-0 over the Alma Scots in this series. What an afternoon here. George Birchfield with 6 goals, becoming the 8th player in Carthage history to score 6 or more goals in a match. Birchfield with 6, 1 assist, 7 points on the afternoon for Birchfield. Andrew Johnson with 4 goals today. Pair of goals by Clemens and Gurn, and single tallies by Kroc and Fry. And the freshman late here, Joe Ventrone, out of Hawthorne Woods and Lake Zurich High School with his first collegiate lacrosse goal, as the Firebirds tally 18 and an 18-7 victory. Goals for the Scots today, a pair by Lepinen and 2 by Johnson. And single tallies by Kahn, Tumer Batar, and Gratz this afternoon. Shots, Carthage 42 shots, 28 on goal. Alma 40 shots, 25 on goal. Saves today, Hayden Jones in his first collegiate start for the Firebirds in net, coming up with 18 saves. 10 saves today for Burns in the net for the Scots. Extra man advantage today, Carthage 2 for 4, while the Scots were 0 for 3. Ground balls 46-36 in favor of the Firebirds. And in the draws today, Carthage 16 of 28. Turnovers, Alma with 23, Carthage with 18. 9 caused turnovers by Carthage, 4 caused turnovers by the Scots. As Carthage picks up the win this afternoon to go to 5-0, their next match will be down in Georgia next Tuesday evening at Berry College. They'll take on the Vikings beginning at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday night, and then wrap up their brief trip in Birmingham, taking on Birmingham Southern College, 4 o'clock Friday night, March 18th. Their next home match will be Wednesday, March 23rd, here against Concordia. We'll have that on the video stream. Big thanks to John Voinovich and our crew here today. Once again, your final, Carthage 18, Alma 7. Women's lacrosse coming your way in just a little bit. Stay tuned for that. John Weiser saying, go Firebirds.